This is the story of Luigi Mangione. While there are those who refer to him as a savage, there are many more that refer to him as America's hero. You remember this pic? Well, if you don't, this is the man that allegedly shot a CEO of a United Healthcare company. And this is the man who was allegedly shot. Now, United Healthcare is a health insurance company. So when you end up here, these are the people that cover your medical expenses, or at least they're supposed to. See, these insurance companies don't actually have to cover you if you get sick, even if you pay them monthly. On average, as you can see by this chart, the industry average is 16%, meaning these insurance companies deny about 16% of all claims on average. United Healthcare, on the other hand, has a 32% denial rate. This doubles the United States average for claim denials. This means that even though you pay them every month $200, $300, $400, you break a leg and the cost is $6,000, they can tell you no, and they deny 32% of the people their right to having medical care. Now, you remember this picture, right? Luigi had a series of back problems and found out we have the #1 most expensive healthcare of all countries, yet we rank number 42 in life expectancy. He left behind a manifesto stating that their profits have grown, but has our life expectancy? No. You see, Luigi himself shared health problems. Although he comes from a wealthy family, which we'll get into later, he had chronic pain in his back due to a disease. This disease caused his spine to slip out of alignment to the point that he had to get surgery because the pain was so bad. As a matter of fact, the pain was so bad, he called it a brutal life-halting issue on Reddit. He would eventually stumble on this book, and he wrote these words on the bullets he used to the CEO of United Healthcare. But what people find so interesting is this. Now, this is the University of Pennsylvania. This is an Ivy League school where he got his engineering degrees at. His peers refer to him as a nice kid, a smart kid who had a healthy circle around him. This is his grandfather, Nick Mangione, a successful real estate developer known for his Turf Valley resort. However, he passed in 2008, leaving all his wealth to Mary Mangione, Luigi's grandmother, who also passed last year and left her family $30 million in her will. The internet lost its mind when they found out just how much wealth he came from, and he gave it all up to send the healthcare industry a message. You see, when he shot the CEO, he didn't use an actual weapon. It was a 3D printed weapon capable of using actual weapon bullets. We said earlier Luigi Mangione got his engineering degree. Well, he actually majored in computer science and minored in mathematics. Once word got out about what he did and why he did it, majority of the internet cheered him on. Only very few were ashamed of his actions. People began to share stories about how the healthcare industry screwed them over too. And they would justify why he did and why it was okay what he did. They were saying, imagine how many people lost their lives because they were denied claims being in a place like this. Now back to the CEO. He became CEO in 2001 and raised United Healthcare's profits from $12 billion a year to $16 billion a year. How do we raise profits? We deny claims and possibly raise the rates. What do you think about all of this? Lastly, there have been copycats, but these copycats didn't arise until we get to McDonald's. You see, Luigi Mangione was caught at a McDonald's. It was almost as if he wanted to get caught. He had the same gun, the same clothes, everything the exact same in his manifesto, waiting for the police to show up. When the police showed up, he showed no restraint. A McDonald's worker called the cops because they recognized him. However, she didn't call Crime Stoppers. So she did not get the reward she would have gotten if she called Crime Stoppers for him, which I think was around $10,000 to $50,000. It might have been less. Now, I can't share her face because she became under a lot of scrutiny after people found out who she was. She received relentless attacks on Facebook to the point that she deleted her whole Facebook. She was proud to have gotten him caught and was bragging about it. So the internet retaliated. And now she's not on Facebook anymore. We can't find her anywhere. McDonald's allegedly fired her because nobody wanted to eat at McDonald's no more. And that is why this picture is so iconic. People see Luigi as someone who had his whole life ahead of him, millions of dollars left from his grandma's will in his name, and they see what he did as an act of fighting corruption. Now that's subjective. There are those that see him as a criminal who shouldn't have done what he did. Now, do you remember this book? The bullets actually had defend, deny, depose. And the crazy thing about it is he might have gotten away with it too. Let's look at this jawline. And we come back here. You can say, but it's not exactly a match. Most people might not have known he did it. Again, it's there, but one grainy image, nobody would have known. He could have hid out for 6 months in a house, working from home or whatever it is. He's rich. And then moved countries just to be safe if he wanted to do that. But that's what the people are talking about. People believe he was trying to send a message, which is why he came to McDonald's with all of the evidence on him. Now, police have been trying to make an example out of him by doing these walks and sending messages, but literally nobody cares. I mentioned there was copycats, right? This guy sharp objected his manager because he didn't like him. Everyone started calling him a copycat. This lady was denied by her healthcare company. I might have been UHC. She told them on the phone, defend, deny, depose, and they sued her for making a threat against them. She got to go to prison now. At this point, anything can happen. For the most part, the people know that they're going to want to try to make an example out of him. And he's been charged with stalking and murder. His first lawyer came under sharp criticism for being somewhat of a nutcase. Now he has another lawyer who even criticized the police for trying to make an example out of Luigi Mangione with their little walks without full proof that Luigi Mangione actually did it. Now we know she's trying to make a case. We pretty much know, but we don't know, so we got to say allegedly. But something strange has happened. People around the world are constantly sharing their stories of wrongdoings from these health insurance companies against them too. He shed light on a big problem in America. Again, what are your thoughts on this entire matter? People seem to be split, but it's more one way than the other. Many people argue if this was not a rich CEO that this happened to, this would not be happening, at least on this level, and the attention it'd be getting in the news would be little to none. If you like this video, share this to a friend. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow, all of that good stuff, because I got more stories for you in the future. Let me know what you'd like to see more of in the comments and we'll get to it. At Lewis Tells Stories. We're subject to change the name, but for now we're Lewis Tells Stories. Y'all have a good one. And I'll have a part 2 on this very soon as well.